And welcome back. Frugal BC is well enough to do a live stream, I hope. We're going to see how long my voice lasts today, but we got some interesting news ahead, and I'm glad to be back. Decipher was a good time. No followers right now, so yeah, it was great. It was great. Decipher was great. It was a hard trip. It was not an easy trip traveling about 24 hours there, 24 hours on the way back. Would have been worse if I hadn't caught an earlier flight. So I definitely paid the price for my time there, but it was very worth it. I met a lot of great people. I'm going to talk a little bit about the cipher today, and we're going to talk about news because we got some really interesting news. Transparency report is out, and we learned that starting next year that these are going to be quarterly. I think Stacy had said that before too, so that's pretty cool. And we're going to talk about some Opulous launching its music royalties, some of my thoughts behind Opulous and what's going on there. We're going to talk about Drone Racing League. That didn't go so well. And then some other stuff in the blockchain news, like we talk a little bit about Solana NFTs and some potential danger there. And we're going to look at who had the best interview of Sam Bankman-Fried so far, because I think there's one person that really stands out a lot. So if you're watching this live or if you're watching this on the replay, I'd love it if you'd hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed already, hey, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to the channel and see all our Algorand and other crypto content. I've been a little quiet since Decipher. I've been sick for about a week, so I finally got a video out yesterday. Probably not my best, but I was struggling to get through it, to be honest. Voice is a little better today, so we're doing good. And as always, throughout the live stream, leave questions in the chat. I will try to answer them. And we'll see about answering them after this. Hey, Yasuo, how you doing? Yeah, just getting over a cold, so my voice isn't the best. So, but let's go look at the charts first. Glad to see people popping in here. Starting to worry no one would come. Actually, we'll start with the broader crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin is up a little bit on the week, as is Ethereum. Kind of everything's either a little bit up or a little bit down. And you can just see from the patterns, they're all kind of following that same pattern, except for Dogecoin. Got some divergence this week, which is really interesting. Some of them just kind of went flat on the week instead of popping up. Like Matic is one of those ones that popped up a little bit, actually down a little bit too. Very, very interesting, because usually see them kind of follow each other, and today there's some divergence. Shiba Inu, I got a little moon bag of Shiba Inu. Solana just doesn't even belong in here. I don't want to talk about Solana on here because it should even be in the top 50 anymore. I think it's been thoroughly exposed. The Uniswap, Avalanche, Chainlink. Chainlink took quite a bath. You get a Chainlink for under $7. Cosmos sitting just under 10. Very interesting. I started using the Coupler wallet for some staking. So I have all my Cosmos off of Coinbase now. And yeah, anyway, blah, blah, blah. Algorand is down 5% on the week. And we're sitting at 22, just under 23 cents. And yeah, it's not a thing where no one's really excited about Algorand's price right now. There's not a lot of negativity in the community, but then the great thing about Algorand is I think they're really selling the tech on it. You know what I mean? So the tech works whether the coin is good. All right, let's look at this. Well, let's see. The very top is DeFi token. DeFi just had a revamp, I believe, and they got a good solid wallet. I don't really use it, but a lot of people really swear by it, and as far as I know, it's pretty solid. I'm trying to remember if I ran into those guys at Decipher. I don't remember if I did or not. Anyway, their coin's going up a little bit on the day. It looks like it's up on the week as well. Cosmic Gold not doing so well. It's at 3.4 cents. Yeah, that took a big dip during the week, so that's not so good. Chips is up, Bank down, AlGO Gems down, Yuli. Oh, Yuli. Prestige, Government, Opulous, very interesting because Opulous, we're going to talk about that today, but their royalties are live. And then, yeah, AlGo Stake having a really good week. which is weird because when I looked at my algo stake, it looks like it's down quite a bit yet. So, and some of the top gainers here, we got Bank down a little bit on the popular chart, I should say. I don't know if you guys got Bank. That's through the Folks Finance. And then Gemcoin is up like 40%, whatever that is. If they don't have a logo, I'm just not that interested. Lolcats. See, that's biggest gainers: Gemcoin, Bulo Coin, and Moist Grannies. Yeah, that's something. That's a tough one. And then DeFi tokens actually trending, which is pretty interesting. Usually you see like some of the newest ones that happen to go flying around, but the fact that DeFi token is trending, it's a pretty big deal. The coin's doing really well, so that's interesting. Let's see how all you are doing today. Hey, Jared. Today is the first day I'm actually feeling better. Not great yet, but way better. You know, it's one of those colds where you wake up and you feel like garbage every day, and you probably will for a while. But then when you start feeling better, it like goes away after a couple hours. So today is the first day I could speak well enough. I didn't think I was going to be able to do a live stream today. Just even yesterday, I didn't think it was going to happen. So glad to be back in action, man. Yeah, it was hard because I'm going to talk about some of the Decipher stuff, but you know, one of the big things that happened, because I really think I did a great. I hate to toot my own horn, but I didn't know what to expect going into Decipher. When you're going to cover something like this, like you don't really know a lot about the environment. You haven't been there before, and I was ready to just play. I knew I had to play it by ear, evaluate it in real time, and say, okay, here's what we're going to do. And I think I actually did pretty well. I think it went well for me. You know, the recap stuff that did really well. My last recap video was like the number one Algorand video, and I did that by well, other people pointed out, actually other YouTubers were congratulating me, and then I went and pulled up a private window to see, and it was true. It was true. It was at the very top. It's not now, because now I lost all that momentum, which kind of sucked because I was sick and I couldn't make videos. I still got like, you know, over a dozen interviews to edit and put up. So look at crypto for change. This is coming from another Algorand YouTuber. That's really nice of you. That's Dave over there. Appreciate that, brother. But you're a good one too, man. Love you, man. Excuse me. Let's see. What do you got to say here? Yeah. So if we build bridge so someone can download an Algorand wallet and buy through an exchange, a variety of other chains, crypto, too, maybe DEXs can be huge, but not sure. Yeah. You know what I want? Here's the idea I've got. I think this would be great for next holiday season. Is if you could have a thing where you put in so much algo, and it creates like, it basically wraps it into a present, and so you give someone this code, or you give you give someone this code, or you give them, maybe you get like a little card that gets sent to you. You give them that, and it basically tells them how to set up an Algorand wallet with the Algorand in it, maybe even with an NFT or something. Like, I think this is a great idea. I would actually put some money into investing for that, because I think that would be an awesome way to spread the word of algo. But then what happens is they'd have to be able to put it in their computer, and it like just walks them through really easily how to set up a wallet, or it even sets them up automatically or something. Any developers want to work with me on that, reach out. I'm on board with that. I think it's a great idea. Dude, you lost your algo hat, man. I almost lost mine. I came back from the bathroom on the plane, and I saw an Algorand hat sitting on one of the pegs, and I thought, oh, I was like, it can't be mine. I couldn't have lost mine. And then I went to my seat and I checked, and I didn't see any Algorand hats, so I grabbed it, thinking, well, it's got to be mine. And I didn't find two hats, so it definitely was mine. Yeah, isn't it a good idea, crypto? It's a great idea. I think it could be, you know, a really big thing. All right, I should get to some news here. So let's talk about the Algorand report, because this is something everyone at Decipher was. Oh, I was going to talk more about Decipher, but I'll talk about that later. Let's get to some news. So everybody was asking about the Algorand Foundation during Decipher, they were asking about this transparency report. It's finally out there, and Kyle W or Kyle Twang on Twitter did such a good job breaking it down. Um, I don't think there was anything that was really shocking in the report, but this is worth breaking down. So let's just see what he had to say. So Kyle says, I've read the Algorand Foundation 2022 Part 2 report, so you didn't have to. Reports covers the 6-month period between April and September of 2022. Thoughts and analysis questions. He says the report starts off noting a $50 million contractual claim against 3AC, in which the hedge fund violated its OTC deal by selling its AlGO early. We all knew about that, of course. Is a nothing burger? Well, I don't know if it's a nothing burger, but we already knew about it basically. Like they kind of got screwed over by 3AC, and this one was worse. $35 million loss of funds in HODLNOT. Excuse me. As initially disclosed by Twitter on September 10th, 2022. So they already talked about that, and it gives us a little insight. You can figure that their total assets are about 1.16 billion because said it was 3% of total assets, and they figured out based on price. And they already told us about that, so good on her. Now, people were asking about this report during Decipher. It was supposed to come out around Decipher time. It's out this week. They had to get. It's really busy. Putting on an event is a lot of work, like a lot of work. There's always way more to do than you think there would be. I talked about the periods distribution of AlGO, which was participation rewards, governance rewards, and early backer investing. And then we have grants, loans, Algorand ETP, relayed node, pilot. It kind of breaks down the other distribution channels. So like I'm saying, there's nothing in here that's really, the structured selling. By the way, all that selling, this is one cool thing that I'm going to point out. All that structured selling is going to be done on one wallet that you'll be able to track. So very big deal for transparency. Anyway, he goes on further. You can check him out. He's got a really good breakdown. But honestly, I just don't feel like there's a lot there that really made me excited. Yeah, so the one of the announcements, which David kind of points to here, says, look forward to hoping 2023 is way more transparent, not as many questionable use of funds. So the fundsters have less to blab about on Twitter. Yeah, and I think the fact that the transparency reports are going to be quarterly, that's a very good thing. Let's see how far I can make it, guys. My voice is already starting to go. Excuse me. Yeah, music rewards are out for Opulous, which is a good thing. There were some questions about whether they'd be releasing that. And as you know, I had to go to bat for my boy Seawell because he got into a fight with the Opel founder, and it was not so good. They got into a battle, and I don't like the way he treated him. So I don't like the way he treated Seawell. I'm glad he's coming through on his promises. And a lot of people mistook my defense of Seawell for saying that I thought Opel was bad. And I wasn't saying Opel was bad, but I'm saying that founders should treat. Excuse me. Tried to mute there. Okay. Sorry about that. We're trying to say that founders should be like treating us a little bit better than that. We're going to ask questions. And, a lot of the people I met at Decipher really appreciated that we were the type of people to ask questions. And so, just come back with, if we ask questions, just come back with facts. And most of them do. I didn't see the original thread, but it sounds like I saw some stuff today, even that was kind of crappy. So it's like, well, one thing that really drove home at Decipher is that there are a ton of project developers and there's like 6 YouTubers. So there's way more of them than us, and they need us a lot more than we need them. So most of them get that, and like they are like super thrilled when we do a video on them. And so they're more than happy to ask questions. They want that transparency. If you're a good project, you want that transparency. But hey, the music awards are out. Good for them. If you own Opal and you're very happy right now, and I appreciate that. So okay, I'm gonna get through one more news item, and I think I'm gonna have to go because I just can't. I'm dying. I'm really dying. Yeah, David kind of put it right. You know, it's he questions anybody, beef with anyone that questions him, and that's pretty much what he's been doing. All right, yeah, one more news item, and I gotta go. Let's see. I'll have to pick carefully. Uh, where did that go? Well, I'll put this one up. So Zeus.algo, he's a pretty active guy in there. I think he's interacted with me before. Kind of critical of the Drone Racing League partnership. The fact that they got so little. Apparently, they got he said 11 likes. It must be a little more now, but only 11 likes after one day, and that was like 100 million that the foundation spent. I don't know, and I think the Racing League is a pretty cool thing, and people like it. So you can't always just measure it by tweets, but it is interesting. All right, what else we got? I think we can do one more. Let's see what we got. I thought this was interesting. Now, this is in the Solana space. It heads up that the entire Solana NFT market, which is the second biggest after Ethereum by volume, can be entirely rugged by a single company, and there's no point in being on a blockchain. Excuse me. Yeah, Metaplex, which is in control of Force 6 of the multi-sig controlling metaverse program. Metaplex, which is in control of Force 6 of the multi-sig controlling the metadata program that pretty much every NFT collection on Solana uses, can arbitrarily change it and brick almost all the NFTs on Solana, change the image or other metadata related to features of almost all the NFTs on Solana. And I've told you about what I don't like about Solana. It's centralized, it can be changed. It's gone down 9 times this year already. They lied at its inception. They said there was 8 million Solana coins. There's actually 16 million. So, and Sam Bankman-Fried was involved. So yeah, just one more reason. I'm just like out of Solana. I won't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Just some thoughts on Solana. The last thing I want to leave you guys with, yeah, I know I'm just dying, man. Last thing I want to leave you guys with is if you guys haven't seen, CoffeeZilla is on Lex Friedman now. He had the absolute best interviews of Sam Bankman-Fried that I've seen. He really held him to task, and he finally got him to admit fraud, which is awesome. So go check out his latest video. It's like a 26-minute video where he shows his Twitter Spaces and kind of talks about how he used each one to like get better each time, so he could really nail down Sam Bankman-Fried to admit that he committed fraud. Well worth it. And then definitely check out his appearance on Lex Friedman because it's awesome. Coffee still is a G, man. Love what he's doing. All right, guys, I'm dying, so I'm gonna bow out of the stream. But thanks so much for coming with me. Thanks for sticking with me while I was sick. I really appreciate it, guys. Hope you guys are doing well out there and stay safe. And as always, I'll see you